Welcome to day 4, the start of day 4. Not feeling too bad actually. Yesterday, I've got to be honest, I was actually quite sort of sore and in pain, and obviously that starts to give you doubts for what you've got ahead. But to be honest, I'm not feeling too bad at this stage, start of day 4, so that's not too bad. It's a later start, always happens. I'm not a morning person, so the start time slips because I just need that time in the morning to get ready really. So I've had a good breakfast, not really had a good sleep, went to bed at 2, up at 6, and that's probably the longest I've had so far, but we'll get there. But anyway, so starting day 4, and really this one's got the potential to be a very, very challenging day. Hopefully it'll turn out easier than I'm currently worried about, but it presents quite a few challenges. So it's a day where we move in base camp. Team Main, we've not really referred to them as Team Main yet, but Team Main, Martin Parr, Gray and Greer, they're moving on from the base that we had at Ayr, and they're now moving up towards the sort of next stage. So they're heading up to Loch Lomond way, which means they're actually going to be quite a way away from me. So that could be a struggle, but we shall see. Even without a backpack on, my shoulders are starting to get very sore already. And so a full day with a reasonably heavy pack. I'm not going to say it's weighty, but a reasonably heavy pack, I think could be a bit of a tricky one. So I've kept the bag as light as I can, and I'm going to call it a shop, and I'll probably need to get iron brew, obviously, and a ton of tea cake and stuff like that. But that's how I'm going to try and do it, and hopefully somewhere I can get a bacon sandwich. I don't want to offend anybody. I know I have some veggie friends out there, but I do have to say, in this situation, there really is nothing that bacon cannot fix. So as I say, we're going to leave the sea behind us now. Not going to see the sea anymore. Next sea I will see is going to be once I get up towards Inverness, really. So it's going to be a while. It's going to be tough physically, and it's going to be tough mentally, I think. But if it wasn't, there'd be no point doing this. So catch you later. Hey guys. I've got no idea how this is going to come out, but I had to do this because this is amazing. When I was really looking at the plan, I was looking at bridges to get over the Clyde. Some obvious physical obstacles to deal with, and I wasn't ready to surrender the Clyde, although I did concentrate. But part of the problem with the bridges route, so it took me a little bit out of my way. Different way to what I wanted, but then I discovered the Clyde tunnel was a specific pedestrian only tunnel. So I'm currently I'm under the Clyde. So this is actually day 5. This is the start of day 5, and I've not. Day 4 was a complete roller coaster. So it started off in not so good mood because I was very concerned about the miles, my legs, things like that. The fact that I was having to do quite a section of it on my own, meaning I needed to carry all the stuff I needed to see me through the day, so like jacket for if it rained, bit of food, and most importantly, quite a lot to drink. But then actually being out and about, the day progressed much better than I thought it was going to do. Thanks to Dad's crazy driving, I was running unsupported for a lot less than I was expecting, probably about half as much as I was expecting. And so then once I met up with them again, the bag was off, and I was able to, I'm not going to suggest I was able to fly along, but you know what I mean. I was able to run a little easier. And as you know, I kind of powered on and actually managed to get myself into Glasgow, which I was very happy about. So obviously getting to Glasgow, my focus was very much on finishing stage 1 off. From where I finished day 4, it's only about 3 miles to go to get to the start of the next stage. And so that I was determined to do that. But because I'd focused on it, I was probably pushed on further than I should have done, and bit foolish. So quite a lot of pain now in my legs. So much so that I've sort of got doubts, but that's not really the problem. Problem was, we probably have heard of the thing about hitting a wall and all the rest of it, and genuinely, if you've not done something like this, obviously the running is hard on the legs and stuff, but it really is, it's more the sort of mental, the emotional side. And I'd got to a point where I've frankly just pretty much collapsed and kind of shouted at mum and dad. Yeah, it was quite a cringy moment. So don't think I've ever shouted at them. I've certainly never shouted expletives at them. And that's what happened. And it was all a bit awkward and unsavoury. The good thing is, my folks are just the best. So I think they allowed me to have my moment. They didn't physically strike me or anything. And then we went and got tea, and then that was it. So yeah, a very difficult finish to 4, if I'm honest. A memorable finish to 4. Probably should have filmed it, but I didn't have the camera to hand. It's probably a good thing. Part of the reason why I'd been running unsupported was because it was time to move bases. We were down in air previously, and it's time to move up to the next section. So after I'd had something to eat, we were driving up to this next section, and then my spirits just lifted again. I'd like to show you why.